1 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says we need to take solid decisions regarding prevailing situation with respect to Constitution and the law. Minister for Law has again demanded of constituting full court bench to resolve the matters pertaining to holding elections in Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. In India, farmers and labourers from various states have gathered in New Delhi to lodge protest against the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi towards their problems. Foreign ministers of Saudi Arabia and Iran held formal talks in Beijing on restoration of their diplomatic relations. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif says we need to take solid decisions regarding prevailing situation with respect to the Constitution and the law. He was chairing a meeting of heads of ruling coalition partners in Islamabad, which was convened to come up with a solid stance of the government regarding decision of the Supreme Court on elections in Punjab. The Prime Minister said the three-member bench of the Apex Court rejected our request for constitution of a full court bench to hear this matter. He said the three-member bench also ignored the majority decision of 3-4 as well, as it did not say anything about the judges who had recused themselves from the case. Besides, political parties' plea to become party in this matter was not given any weightage. Minister for Law Azam Nazir Tarar has again demanded of the constitution of full court bench to resolve the matters pertaining to holding elections in Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Briefing the foreign media on the Supreme Court's verdict and the government's stance on it in Islamabad today, he said the solution to the prevailing constitutional, political and legal complications is to hold elections once and same time in the entire country to ensure transparency and fairness. The minister said if the elections are held in Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa in compliance with the court's orders and again in October after completion of the constitutional term of the National Assembly and Provincial Assemblies of Sindh and Balochistan, it will create another constitutional and political crisis. Minister for Planning and Development Ahsan Iqbal says this year marks the 10th anniversary of BRI and launching of CBAG, and Pakistan is planning to hold a special summit in this regard with participation of Chinese leadership. Talking to China's Assistant Foreign Minister Nong Rong in Beijing, he hoped that the two countries would jointly organize a series of events to mark this milestone. In India, farmers and labourers from various states have gathered in New Delhi for the Mazdoor Kisan Sangharsh Rally in protest against Narendra Modi-led Bharatiya Janata Party government's apathy towards their problems. The rally was held under the aegis of left-wing trade bodies, the Centre of Trade Unions, All India Kisan Sabha and All India Agricultural Workers Union. Labourers and farmers demand better health care, access to education, a right to dignity, and to end all sorts of discrimination. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference Azad Jammu and Kashmir chapter has said India cannot suppress the freedom sentiments of the Kashmiris through use of brute force. APRC AJK leaders including Imtiaz Wani, Ijaz Rahmani, Mushtaq Ahmad Butt in separate statements lamented that India is increasing the number of troops to prolong its illegal rule over the territory. They appealed to the international community to play a role in resolving the lingering Kashmir dispute so that durable peace could be established in the region. Foreign ministers of Saudi Arabia and Iran held formal talks in Beijing on restoration of diplomatic relations. In a statement, Iran's foreign ministry said Foreign Minister Hussein Amir Abdullahian and his Saudi counterpart Faisal bin Farhan met and discussed steps towards reopening the embassies and consulates of the two countries. It said both the leaders negotiated and exchanged opinions with emphasis on the official resumption of bilateral relations and steps towards reopening of the embassies and consulates of the two countries. This is the first formal meeting between the two countries in 7 years. The International Day of Sports for Development and Peace is being observed today. This year, the theme of the day is Scoring for People and the Planet. A number of Davos-style conversations highlighting the power of football and other sports in advancing the Sustainable Development Goals and human rights are being held at the UN headquarters in New York. The discussions will focus on three main themes: sustainability and climate action, gender equality, and the fight against racism and hate speech. And this is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.